Hi, I'm Gary White for Central Kentucky Television. I'm here with Kim Houston, the Nelson County Economic Development Agency president.
Got it.
Yeah.
Very good.
2013 is off to a good start.
That's right. It's always a test with you to see if you get that right.
So, 2012 was a wonderful year for Nelson County.
It was a great year for Nelson County, and you know, it looks like things are going to roll right into 2013 the same way. Of course, you know, it was highlighted by being named the most beautiful small town in America.
That's right.
There was a true trickle-down effect that happened with that. You know, more people came, people looked to put businesses in. You know, it was just a huge economic boost for us.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
And we were talking earlier about how long we'll be able to use this, and I said we'll be using it forever. You know, it was for 2012, but it will be something that will be stamped on all the propaganda we have, and until forever.
That's right.
Until forever. So
that's fantastic.
It is fantastic. So and that, you know, that kind of led its way into some of the other things that happened.
And it was a lot of work that you guys did too to make that happen.
It was a lot of work, but it was also a community spirit too, because to get to where the judges came to your community, you had to nominate your community, and then you had to vote. And the community came out. You know, we bothered people with emails reminding people to vote, but we were one of the top five vote getters. But then we knew all we needed to do was get the judges to come to town, and the community would sell itself. And that's exactly what happened. It was a beautiful week when they were here, and everything just kind of fell together. So we'll enjoy
big
all
industries helped too, right? The bourbon industry.
Oh, the bourbon industry. I think, you know, they said before that they had never heard of Bardstown. They really didn't expect a lot from the Kentucky communities in this. And then when they came here, they were just overjoyed with what they saw, and then realized that we were the bourbon capital, and that just kind of made something, that made our spirit even a little more that well too. You know, simple, our spirit is one of our little slogans here, and it worked well with this.
Yep.
Yeah, it did.
Well, congratulations for 2012 best small town in America.
America. Thank you very much.
So how has that trickled down to all the other stuff going on?
Well, you know, I think if nothing else, we just had huge community pride. You know, I think people felt proud about living in this community, and a lot of them people wanting to move back. I think we got a lot of national notoriety because of it. We were on all sorts of television programs, magazines, and any day now we're waiting for them to show up in our mailbox. We'll be featured in Southern Living magazine.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
in the February edition,
Fantastic.
they've chosen us, and the Best Small Town had a lot to do with that.
That's
so we'll
great.
be featured in Southern Living's February magazine out any time now. But, you know, with that, I think 2012, even without the most beautiful small town, there was a more confidence level in our companies. We worked with 6 different local companies on expansions. Over the entire year, about 600 jobs were added over the 2011 year, dropping the unemployment rate to the lowest at 7.5%, and that is the lowest it's been in 4 years.
Fantastic.
So that was really good news. So there were new jobs, new companies expanding. You know, we didn't have a lot of new companies come into town as far as industries go, but our industries were getting bigger and they were getting healthier. And the bourbon industry was expanding, and Willett Distillery started distilling again in the history of the distilling families. They started distilling again, and that was really, really important. But, you know, our downtown at the end of the year had 99.9% occupancy.
Fantastic.
And as of now, we have filled every spot downtown. Actually, we lost one business, and within a matter of hours, another business decided to go in there. So we're one of those downtowns that is thriving and is economically very, very strong, which is good too. So those are some of the things. The taxes were up. When I say taxes were up, I'm talking our restaurant taxes. More people were going out, which means also more people coming in, eating. Cracker Barrel, I think, had a lot to do with that. We had some, you know, new restaurants open, and that restaurant tax really shot up as well too, which
Great.
is always a good indicator that the economy is pretty healthy here. And just looking down, of course, you know this because you participated in the Chamber of Commerce Business Expo, the biggest we've ever had, with over 100 companies included in that. 52 new chamber members, 40 ribbon cuttings held for new businesses.
That's fantastic.
And those were exciting, and then the chamber being named as one of the top chamber of commerces in the state of Kentucky. So, you know, all those things together that, you know, from companies expanding to people deciding to start businesses, to the unemployment rates going down, to our designation of most beautiful, 2012 was good.
Yes.
We're just taking a breath and try to just recover from a busy 2012 as we get into 2013. It looks just as strong, Gary.
You were saying that there's a possibility, some big news coming in February that you're going to talk about with economic development, right?
We have another local company that's doing another expansion here.
Good.
And that just sets that it's strong here. That company is going to stay here and going to grow here, and they'll be adding jobs as well, too. We're working with them currently on their application process for some incentives, and we'll be talking about that probably in February. And you know, it's just the forecast is good. My phone continues to ring. People seem to have an interest in starting to look at some green space again, some industrial land. And who knows? Who knows what the future will hold for Nelson County? So far, so good. You know, I'm thinking it's going to be pretty healthy.
I think it looks for best small town in the world.
Hey, let's go with that, okay? Even if there's not a title, we're going to title it ourselves. Yeah, we can say that's a Channel 6 designation that you have chosen. They're very good. Okay, I'm there.
Small town in the world.
Okay.
2012 was really exciting for us, too, because that's when Central Kentucky Television started airing over here.
Absolutely.
And we got to work a lot more with Ms. Houston.
We traveled every store downtown, didn't we, over the fall and the winter. We were into just about every store downtown. People loved it. People loved seeing what's inside those stores. These are stores people walk by a lot, but they just sometimes don't pull in and have a chance. But I think we opened a lot of people's eyes up to exactly what we have here in downtown Bardstown.
And now there's even more businesses for to look into in 2013 since they're all full.
Yeah, they are full. Cafe Primo with the Cressos, they're going to be opening that in March. Talk to them. And I think we're going to see a few more things too.
Popping all
up. It's going to be fun. We're having so much fun here.
Yes,
and I think the most beautiful, you know, if people didn't get a chance to learn about it, I think the publicity in the Road Atlas and the USA Today and online, I think we'll see a lot of people say, hey, let's go see that most beautiful small town in America. It's only 200 miles away. Let's hop off the interstate. I think we're going to see that in 2013. People actually having a chance to plan an itinerary and come to visit us.
Now, you mentioned the possibility of a new hotel or convention center. You're looking into a feasibility for that, too, right?
We are, and they start tomorrow. We have a group coming into town tomorrow from Memphis, Tennessee, that are going to be interviewing people. And what they're going to be asking them is, do we have enough hotel rooms? Do we have a hotel rooms that satisfies the needs? And do we need a convention center? When we talk about convention center, we talk about a big convention center. I mean, that would hold, you know, 300 to 1,000 people for big conventions and big groups. We know that the Bourbon Festival is flat out of space here. They've utilized every space available during Bourbon Festival, and they're growing. So, you know, I think that they need to have more space, and certainly we're going to talk to them about that. So that's going to be pretty exciting. We got a YMCA feasibility study we'll be doing here as well, too, as soon as all that funding gets worked out. And we're going to be doing a lot of feasibility in 2013 to see how we're going to grow. And strategic, Gary, too. You know, we like to be strategic in what we plan. We don't like to just throw things up and then nobody utilize them and then they falter. But we're going to be strategic in planning what we're going to do in 2013. It's worked well so far, and I think we're going to continue that momentum.
And that's great for Bardstown, but it's also great for all of Central Kentucky because it filters down to Springfield and Lebanon, even New Haven here, right in Nelson County, all the Bloomfield, wherever. They all kind of benefit from that growth here.
Right, and you know, regionalism is such important to us, and I think we all learned that from my counterparts all the way in Lebanon with Tom Lund over there. You know, Hal Good is now gone in Springfield. They are now, you know, looking for a replacement for his position. But we all have such a good working relationship. We like each other. We respect each other. We know each other's communities. We call each other. And I think that's what makes the Central Kentucky area a little bit different, that we all get along. And we're not competitive against each other, even though you always have a little bit of professional, a competition, which is good. We all like each other, and we want everyone to do well because we have people here from Bardstown that drive over to the industries in Lebanon or to Toyotomi in Springfield, and vice versa. You see Lebanon, Marion County, Washington County cars out to Flower Foods. So we're all in this together. You know, what's good for Central Kentucky is good for each of the communities, and we truly believe that.
So it's the most beautiful small region in America.
There you go. You know, you are good with this. You know, you should do this for a living.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you, Gary.
Again, that was an update on 2012 for Nelson County. Look forward to a great 2013 for Nelson County and the whole region. It's been Gary White with Kim Houston in Bardstown.